In terms of addictions, is a very interesting topic because it's been around for a while. And I think by definition, when we talk about an addiction, we talk about dependence issues in general. And it could be, if it's about drugs or alcohol, there might be a physiological component where the body becomes addicted. And what that essentially means is that you need more and more of the same substance to reach the same effects. And when you stop using the substance, then you actually have withdrawal symptoms from it. Now, addiction also could be psychological in nature, and it has similar connotations where you need more and more of the same event. But then the withdrawal symptoms are not necessarily physical in nature, or they're not necessarily causing problems in terms of having any life-threatening events. I think one of the things with addiction that is important to note is that it's something that will interfere with your life. I think that sometimes if you might like something that you do a lot, you might call that an addiction, but if it's not interfering with most of your life, then it's less so of an addiction or a dependence, and more of a either a habit or something that's more ingrained in your brain. In terms of addictions per se, if you have problems setting limits or unable to do other things because of what you're doing, for example, watching TV or playing video games, and that takes a large part of your time, then that certainly becomes a psychological addiction, and that could potentially be treated as well. There's actually, in terms of diagnostic tests for an addiction, there's not a lot of objective data that you could potentially find, so we usually use our history to determine that. I think sometimes if you're able to, for example, move away from a particular activity without necessarily having the urge to go back, it's probably less indicative that it's an addiction, but certainly some people can potentially be away from something for a short term, but that addiction can change to another one if they have an addictive personality, for example.